So before I want to get into my journey, my leadership journey, I want to talk a little bit about where it started. And so at the beginning of my career, my mentor at the time, he used to say, hire for attitude, train for skill. And so when he hired me, my job, there was many different people applying for the job. Some of them had, way better credentials than I did. Some people had master's degrees, MBAs, things like that. And I don't even have an undergrad degree. And so I asked him after I was hired and got to know the guy a little bit better, and we became friends and all kind of stuff. So I asked him, I said, so why did you hire me instead of all these other individuals that you could have? And he said, quite candidly, he said, I hired you because you have the right attitude. And what he meant, he sort of elaborated on this. He said, you have sort of this get it done attitude. Maybe it comes from growing up on a farm in the prairies or something. But and then he said, I think you're passionate. You have empathy. You're positive. You have a great sense of looking at the future and sort of sense of vision, all that kind of stuff. And he said, all the other stuff, I can train you for that. I can train you to fill in the gaps if there are any. We can invest in education courses, all that sort of stuff to fill in the blank. And this was a really important exchange for me because it really set forth my trajectory of I needed to prove myself, first of all. And secondly was that if you give people a chance, you never know what's going to happen from that. So, 12, 18 months later into this position, I was very successful at it. I was doing well. I had actually won an award from the premier and stuff. So it was a good way to start my leadership journey. I really started to fuse this idea into my core identity, which was that lived experience can be as valuable as any sort of educational experience, whether it's reading or academics or any of that. And I really fused that into my identity of just lived experience. And I lived by as a musician, I gotta bring music into this because I fuse music into everything that I do. I live by my favorite song. Back years ago was a song called "Wiser Time" by the Black Crowes. And this is a song about just putting yourself out there and becoming wiser for the time that you put in. Right. So it's about the journey. It's about wisdom. Just about ups and downs. On good days, you're going to have the ability to do anything. On bad days, stuff is just out of reach.